Hey guys, this is Andrew with Rossmönster Vans. Today we're going to walk through this build going out here. We have a 2020 Sprinter 144. It's a 4x4, another great build. We went with our kind of modern 2.0 layout with some certain custom features on here, and we're going to step inside and show you a little bit more about it. So here we are inside this build. Here you see that they went with maple, both the maple counter or galley cabinets as well as maple uppers. They also have slab doors on everything, which gives it a very clean finish in here. Coming down to the kitchen galley, here we have a 4.6 cubic foot fridge. Up here we have a single burner induction, as well as the Rivati 15x20 workstation sink. Again, we do these on a lot of our vans. They're awesome that you have this kind of additional functionality out of this sink. Also super deep, which a lot of us coming from residential based sinks, it's nice to have somewhere where you can set dishes in there, actually do the dishes without having things splash and kind of go everywhere else. Also stepping up here to the upper cabinets, plenty of storage in this van. Right now we have the bed legs in this front upper cabinet. Kind of a nice place to store them. Moving back, sink cabinet here underneath. We have a removable 7-gallon gray water tank. And then stepping one to the back here next to the bench, kind of a creative use of space here. Usually this would be dead space, but what we've done is we've put in this top drawer, which is nice for smaller items, silverware, other things that you might have. And then underneath here, we have an open storage. And then what's also pretty cool is you can lift this up and move it back. And underneath there, it's tough to see in the video, but we have some plumbing, but it's also additional storage space. So if you had like big items, pots and pans, for example, can go under there, or even like pillows for this additional bed. All of those things can live under there. And then there's this top piece of wood that just slides back and covers that up. So then you, again, have functional storage space above that. Come into this bench seat. Again, this is the trifold bench. And here in a little bit, we'll show you how that comes out and extends into a full bed. You have your mounts there for those legs on the bed. So when it does come out, you have support. So here we have the bed totally folded out. You see that it extends a little bit and comes just about flush with that top bed. Extends out here so you have plenty of room when you guys have guests with you on the road. You also see underneath here, you have your 2 support legs. That gives this whole system structure and strength. And it also makes it super easy when you do go to fold this back up into bench mode when you're going to continue on for the next day. And so now I'm going to come in here and show you what that looks like. Again, you just lift up and that folds. It's the trifold system. You come in here, these are just T-lock pieces. I can show you kind of what that looks like exactly. It's just a T-lock. It closes. You can put those on the side. And it folds around nice and smooth. And there's the bench back in bench mode. Again, now you have access to the rest of the kitchen galley here. Underneath here, we have 2 options. So if you pull this up, this piece will slide out. And I'll pick it up here. So on this side, we have open storage. That is technically a false floor. Underneath, we have the vents for our Rixen heater system. Rixens are great. We do them on a lot of our builds. Again, they have the ability to do hot and cold water, which is super functional and why we recommend them. And then that latches on this side of the bench seat. Again, same thing, pulling it out. On this side, we have this toilet. And here is just a cassette toilet. The benefit to going with the cassette toilet, you can also do a similar thing with a dry flush toilet. The nice thing here is those sit lower than most composting toilets. So when you have this bench seat, it is slightly higher. Most bench seats sit at like 18 inches. These are roughly 19 inches. So it raises it just about an inch, but it's still very comfortable to sit on. And then again, these come back in here. It drops in. And you see on the front, you can kind of see we've also notched this out. So as you're sitting there and doing your business, it's going to be more comfortable for you. Also, you'll see here, we have a lagoon mount on the front part of this bench seat, which is nice. You can sit here and have the table. You can also have someone sitting here and have the table, so will the front seats. We also have a lagoon mount on the front of the kitchen galley. right up there. And so that will service the driver and passenger seat if you wanted to put the table up there instead. Looking at the back, we also have the fixed raised bed. This is a great option. We here at the shop really like these because it gives you tons of functional storage underneath in the garage that can be used for anything for skis, bikes, gear, backpacks, or dog food, whatever you guys have that you want to keep out of your functional living space and store in the back. That's really nice. Also, looking up here at the bed, we have these reading lights. Again, these are pretty cool. They move around and they're just push button. They're on. Coming over here, talking about our switch panel. Again, this is pretty standard. This van has dome lighting, under cabinet lighting, as well as the reading lights that we just talked about. It has that Rixen heater that we've touched on, and then our standard battery monitor system, which is going to manage the batteries as well as give the people who will be using this van interesting metrics on their batteries. This van has 510 amp hours of SuperCycle AGM batteries and 200 watts of solar on the roof as well. Before we step to the outside and go check out the garage area with the power and water systems, we're going to talk briefly about the windows in here. We have a big CRL T-vent window here in the sliding door, and then we also have the half sliders up above the bed. Those are really nice, especially for vans that don't have AC. You can create a cross breeze when you're sleeping in here, which is nice. This van also has 2 max air fans in the ceiling. That's a nice feature because as you're cooking or just living in the van, you can have one pulling air and one pushing air. So you can create a nice airflow if you do have all of your other windows closed and if you want to vent out this space. Cool. So now we're going to step around to the outside of the van and come back to the garage area. So here we are in the back of this van. Here you see that they also have garage lighting. Similar to most of our vans, we have our water cabinet and our power cabinet here. I'm going to switch you with the video here. Looking into this electrical cabinet or power cabinet, you see 510 amp hours of those AGM SuperCycle batteries. We also have a 3,000 watt inverter, which is important if you guys are going to be using an induction cooktop up in the kitchen. Also, this van, which is kind of nice, it has kill mat, so sound deadening insulation. So we do that over the wheel wells as well as underneath the subfloor. That mitigates some of the road noise that you guys get as you're driving down the highway. It is a nice feature to have, and a lot of our clients will opt to add that. Switching over here to the water cabinet. Again, we have our outdoor shower hookup, which is nice. And then coming in here, they have 30 gallons of fresh water with that Rixen system. They have hot and cold water. That hot and cold water is plumbed both to your sink up front as well as to your outdoor shower here. Another feature that we usually don't talk about specifically, but is standard on all of our builds, is your blowout line. So everything on these vans is designed to be a 4-season camper. So what we mean by that is everything is going to be interior inside the van. So as you're using it, even if it's cold out, as long as you guys are in here and you're running your heater, nothing will freeze. You won't have any freezing concerns. But as you come back from a weekend of skiing or a camping trip where you were using the water and your van's going to sit and it's cold, what you do is you come back here. This is just a blowout line. You can hook it up to any compressed air. You come in here, you open up the valves, open up your faucets, blow it out. It's going to take maybe 90 seconds to do between unscrewing that, hooking it up, doing it, put it back in there. You're winterized, and now the van can sit, and you don't need to be concerned about anything freezing or you breaking pipes. Stepping back here, you also see they have a lot of storage above both these electrical, mechanical power cabinets. Excuse me, the water cabinet and the power cabinet, but tons of storage there. Also, big open space. This van has the black hex ply on the entire garage area. It gives it a little bit more of an industrial feel, but it is a very durable finish, and we like the looks of it a lot. Also, you don't feel bad if you're going to throw ski boots or poles or whatever. It's designed to be durable, so this is a great option for people who are looking for durability and high functionality. Well, there we have it. Again, this is a Sprinter 144 wheelbase with our modern 2.0 layout with a few custom tweaks here and there. We really appreciate you guys watching our videos. Feel free to interact with us on any of our social media channels. We're always happy to hear from you guys. And as always, we're looking forward to the next build. Have a good one.